The story of Dragon Ball has for the most part remained light-hearted, but as the series progressed, more and more tragic events began to take place. But arguably, the most heart-wrenching of all these moments was the death of Future Gohan, after living a life of terror and sadness as the last remaining Z-Fighter following the attack of androids 17 and 18. Somehow Son Gohan managed to survive where Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo and the others could not, and managed to cling to his life for over a decade. But only in death did he finally find peace. And in today's manga, we follow the story of this hero as he finally meets his father Goku, once again, nearly 13 years later. But before we begin, support this video and channel by leaving a like right now as you're reading this, and by watching till the very end for its emotional conclusion. Enjoy. Our story begins with a familiar scene, with two damaged but deadly androids facing coldly at a now one-armed Future Gohan, who has entered this fight almost accepting his tragic upcoming fate. As 18 watches on, Android 17 says, "Looks like Blondie still hasn't learned his lesson. I'm getting tired of this. Aren't you 18? Let's end this." With Android 18 just replying, "After you, brother." With just Future Gohan looking back and responding, "Bring it on. One arm's all I'll need to turn you guys into scrap metal." "You cocky punk! You'll regret that!" Immediately causing Android 17 to fly in, while Gohan braces himself and calls out, "This is for you, Trunks! Die, you monsters!" With Android 18 following suit, just noting, "How pointless. Goodbye, Earthling." And though of course a tough battle was fought that gave the androids at least a little run for their money, in the end, we know how the story tragically ended, with Future Gohan, the survivor of the old era of Z-Fighters, now dying, alone and in pain, only to be later found by the future Trunks we all know, leading to his own eventual Super Saiyan transformation. Gohan! The story of Future Gohan didn't end there, however, and we pick up the scene now at the heavenly gate of the Otherworld, where Gohan now stands cautiously, now with both his arms again, looking up at the ginormous King Yemma, who looks down with a smile and says, "So, you're Son Gohan, the great hero of Earth. It is an honor to finally meet you, Gohan. You remind me of your father in many ways. Even that outfit is exactly the same." Gohan, however, looks solemnly back and says, I'm no hero. Dad was a hero. He actually protected the Earth countless times. I couldn't do that. Under my watch, almost all of Earth's people have perished, all because I wasn't strong enough. And now I've left the burden all on a teenager. With all due respect, King Yemma, I'm nothing like my father, and I'm no hero. King Yemma, hearing this unexpectedly deep reply, is left understandably stunned, not expecting to have heard such a deep and self-deprecating assessment, just muttering back, I see. Well, I guess Son Goku's shoes are a lot to fill for anyone. I guess no one could quite be a hero like he was. But I wouldn't beat yourself up about it. Trust me, my job would have been a lot harder if it wasn't for you stopping those damn androids for as long as you did. It's a miracle there are even any souls left on that planet, and it's all thanks to you, Gohan. With King Yemma's face now turning to a smile, he then continues, "Hey, I know. I don't need to hold you here too long with the paperwork. It's clear your deeds have earned you the right to keep your body. And you're way too strong to be sent to King Kai, like Goku was. How about I send you somewhere else? Somewhere I think you've been waiting to go for a very long time." Are you ready, Gohan? Gohan looks back at King Yemma, first in silence, before finally saying, "Yes, I'm ready, King Yemma." And so fortune teller Baba, who we know has a deep relationship with King Yemma and the Otherworld, personally then arrives to greet and escort Gohan, saying at first, "I can't believe you're the grown-up son of little Goku. Feels it was only yesterday he was barely taller than me." But there's no denying it. That warm face, heart of gold, and sense of justice and protection. You are your father's son, and he would be proud of you. Now just hold on to me, Gohan. We'll be there before you know it, my dear. And just like that, future Gohan and fortune teller Baba slowly vanish, with Gohan remaining remarkably silent. And before long, the duo then arrive on a strange new land, where a familiar group of entities reside before them. No way! Gohan! As every one of the Z fighters of the past, Goku, Vegeta, Chaozu, Tien, Shinhan, Yamcha, Krillin, and finally Piccolo suddenly but slowly realize who exactly has just arrived on their planet. Gohan, staring back in shock, finally realizes where he is and who is looking back at him, as he begins to mumble, "Mr. Piccolo, Krillin, guys, Dad, you're all here. Is it really you?" And standing there with tears forming is none other than Gohan's father, Son Goku, who for the first time in over 10 years has finally been reunited with his now adult son, as he says in response, "Yeah, Gohan, it's really us. Come here, my son." And without a moment's more to waste, Gohan rushes over in a haste to his father, him too now wiping his face as tears uncontrollably begin to form on the emotional Saiyan's eyes. "Dad! Gohan!" The two yell out to each other as they both travel to each other in tears at speed. Before with an impact, eventually both grab onto each other and hug, grabbing tighter than they have ever before, as if just trying to make sure this experience was real. Future Gohan, now with even more tears running down his face, yells, "Dad! It's really you! I've missed you. I can't believe I'm finally back with you." And his doting father replying, "I know, son, but it's all okay. I just can't believe how big you've gotten. You're nearly taller than me now." Gohan, now letting go of a smile, having been comforted finally by his late father, then responds, "Well, it's been almost 13 years, Dad. It's definitely been a long time. It's been hard without you and Mom, but at least I had your old Gi to remind me of you." To which a typically cheerful Goku then responds, "Haha, yeah, I noticed. Who knew you'd look even better in it than I do? Looks like I need a new get-up. But I'm sorry to hear it was so hard for you, son. Your mother and I missed you a lot too. I know when she's back from visiting the Ox King, she'll be over the moon to see you again. Just be sure to tell her you kept up with your studies." And with Goku now moving closer and now placing his hand on Gohan's shoulder, he continues, "But listen, son, I can imagine what things have been like for you. I never really thought you'd survive this long, but I'm happy you got to grow up down there. I don't know exactly what's happened, but I want you to know it's all okay now. You don't need to worry or hold the pressure of the earth on your shoulders anymore. You can tell me what went down in your own time. Besides, there's more important things to do." As Goku's face then begins to smile uncontrollably. 13 years, huh? I wonder how strong you've gotten. I can't let you go any further without at least a little spar. Show me what you've got, Gohan. To which the now also smiling Gohan replies, "You've not changed a bit, Dad. I knew this was coming, but be warned. The androids were terrible, and they made me strong. way stronger than before. To which Goku then excitedly yells, "No way! I bet they were. 13 years of training with those monsters must have made you crazy strong. Probably already a Super Saiyan, aren't you, son? Don't worry, I can tell just looking at you." Which immediately and momentarily surprises Gohan as he replies, "Huh? Really? You can tell? I thought it would be a surprise. If you really want me to go all out, no problem, Dad." Ha! I didn't think I'd be transforming this soon after dying. But it'll be amazing to fight with you again, Dad. Not to mention, with both my arms again. Get ready! This is my full power! Just like that, Future Gohan then turns into a Super Saiyan for the first time in front of his father, yelling, "This is what you wanted, Dad? Let's go!" And Goku, not to be outmatched, too yells, "Ha! Ha!" To Super Saiyan also, right before his son, saying, "Amazing, Gohan. It's like looking into a mirror. Come to think of it, I haven't had a chance to see another Super Saiyan. This is gonna be awesome. Let's finish this before Chi-Chi gets back, son." And immediately following this, Goku then begins powering up in his hand a slowly growing ball of energy, not too dissimilar to a Kamehameha, but only in one hand. But suddenly, Goku fires it into the sky, completely missing Gohan, much to the surprise of his son, who comments, "Huh? What is Dad doing? Was that supposed to be for me?" As Gohan stands watching the attack continue to shoot off into the sky in confusion, a smirk begins to come across Goku's face as he thinks, "Looks like these new tricks Krillin taught me will work even on Gohan." Before instantly then vanishing and appearing right before Gohan, only to punch him across the face with force. Yeah! With Goku's face grimaced, he yells, "Always keep your eyes on the enemy, Gohan. I thought me and Piccolo taught you better than that, son." As a near shell-shocked Gohan just looks back. Ugh, damn it, he's right. Looks like Dad hasn't just been slacking down here either. The force of the punch ultimately then leads to Gohan being pushed back on the ground, leaving two long streaks of crumbled ground in the dirt where his feet have slid. Gohan, now having regained himself, then looks back at his father with a smile and says, "Haha, that was a good one, Dad. If I hadn't been used to getting hit hard for over a decade now, I'd probably be out cold. You know, I've got my own version of that move too, just a little less sneaky. You sure you want me to go there, Dad? Once I do this, this fight will be over." This same move got Android 17 by surprise countless times. He'd be destroyed already if it wasn't for 18 butting in. To which Goku says with a smile, "Oh yeah? Try me, Gohan. Let's see how far you've come as a Super Saiyan. I may not be an android, but this better be something special to finish me." Oh, it is! Ah! And with the warning being said, Future Gohan then rushes in at full speed, flying at Goku head on, who reacts in shock and confusion. Huh? I thought this was supposed to be a sneak attack. He's coming right at me as normal. But curiously, Gohan's speed suddenly then skyrockets, leading him to seemingly disappear. And without warning, with intense speed and intense power far greater than a normal Super Saiyan, Future Gohan lands clean on the gut of Goku. It seems after Gohan's final death and re-heal in Otherworld, his Zenkai boost has led him to reach the early stages of a Grade 2 Super Saiyan, leaving Goku to mutter, "Gohan, you're fast. Amazing." And instantly Goku then deforms back to base, falling on the arm of his now grown up and powerful son, who just comments, "You can rest now, Dad. You did well." Huh? Kakarot was beaten? How? And one by one, every single one of the dead Z-Fighters are left shocked in awe of the defeat of Goku at the hands of the once young Gohan. Goku! With worry in their voices, Krillin and Yamcha then rush to Goku's aid. But in the end, Krillin just ends up grabbing Gohan to hug him, with him too having missed his young friend after all these years, a boy he too saw as a son, as he says with tears in his eyes, "Gohan, you're really one crazy kid. I always knew you'd pass your old man one day. But man, you didn't need to make it look that scary. That gave me flashbacks to the androids." To which Gohan then responds, "Haha, sorry Krillin, no androids over here." And with the pleasantries out of the way, with some time now passed, Gohan then explains the entire story of what had happened over the last 13 years, finally saying, "And so, in my final breaths, I died at the hands of the androids alone, while Trunks was safely away unconscious. The fate of the Earth now lies in his hands. How he'll do it, I don't know. 17 and 18 just seem to get stronger as time goes on. But Trunks is still just a boy." Leaving a solemn look on the Z-Fighters' faces as Goku remarks, "So that's how it is. Damn, poor Bulma and Trunks." While Piccolo says, "The fate of the Earth in the hands of a teen boy? Where have I heard that one before?" While Yamcha yells, "So we're doomed! There's no way we'll ever get revived now." But meanwhile, with a smile on his face, the proud Vegeta says without a hint of self-doubt, "Of course! My son Trunks would be the last remaining warrior on Earth. The Vegeta bloodline runs deep. As long as my offspring breathes, this fight is not over. Within his blood lies the power of the most powerful Saiyan that ever lived. You Earthlings have nothing to worry about. Mark my words." And some time then passes again, and the scene then changes to a familiar planet in the sky, the planet of King Kai. And sat there eagerly all together, with future Gohan, Goku and Krillin at the forefront, are the entire cast of the deceased Z-Fighters, watching on a large makeshift screen showing the events of Earth currently, as King Kai uses his telepathic skills to produce a live image. On the screen, we see that Trunks has arrived back from the past, now powered up, blasting an attack as Gohan yells, "Come on Trunks, you can do it!" And with that on screen, Trunks yells out, "Be gone, Cell!" Blasting his final attack from the ground, totally destroying Cell in the process as he yells, "No!" Thus, finally saving the Earth once and for all. And in the aftermath, Gohan, Goku and Vegeta look on with pride at their fellow Saiyan, as Gohan comments, "Trunks, you did it! You really did it!" And Goku says, "Incredible. Trunks, looks like even without us, the Earth is in good hands." As finally, Vegeta remarks, "I told you so. A Royal Saiyan should never be underestimated. I'm proud of you, my son." But that was it for today's video, guys. If you made it this far, leave me a #proud in the comments down below, and let me know if there should be any sequel to this where future Trunks finds a way to revive everyone. As always, you can support my work on Patreon, but if you want to see more of my videos, just click on one of these two videos on the right now. Until next video, guys, cheers.